So let's just go ahead and get this thing started, guys. Stu, where do we begin, bro? I mean, I don't I don't even know where we begin with this.
Well, Steve, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Let's just take it from the top. I mean, everybody loves daily pay, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I gotta apologize. There's something wrong. This Mac. I don't know, man. You spend all this money on these high-tech computers, and for some reason my camera's not coming on. So I'm gonna have to talk to you like this. But yeah, cool. Yeah, the daily pay, man. I'm just super excited about this because this is one business model that I know of that you can get a little bit of money and make a whole lot, every single day. So that just kind of blows my mind.
Exactly. So if you guys are watching live and if you're watching the replay, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go over some information and again, what this is really all about, to kind of give you a little history. We've done a lot of different businesses in the past, and we've done a lot of different programs from you name it, pretty much this, that, and the other thing. And but one thing that we've been thinking about, especially going into 2017, we've really been focused on more about doing businesses that was really heavy in terms of cash up front. There's a lot of great opportunities out here, a lot of great businesses. I talked to a lot of people doing a lot of great companies. There's some, extraordinary businesses out here in the marketplace. And but what we've been looking for personally for, Lanacy and myself, and of course, the individuals that you see here in the panel, is that, we know even if you're in a business, it definitely in a lot of cases, it takes time to really build a huge organization, which can yield a lot of income up front. And that just takes time. And for what we've been kind of looking for a lot over the last several months is something that can give, yield a lot of money if you build a team. But even if you don't really build a big team, you can still make a whole bunch of money, even if you don't build a huge team, right? And I think that's what a lot of people want, because, a lot of people coming new into the industry and they are not really good at, at recruiting and all that. I hear that all the time. I'm not a good recruiter. I don't know how to really bring people into the business. And that's normal. So what we're going to be talking about today is showing you how you can really make a lot of money without really recruiting. And even if you are wanting to build a team, you can definitely create a fortune, but at the same time, you can definitely make some significant income just on what you do by yourself. And that's what really interested me when we made the decision a few weeks ago to really push this program. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how this all works. And again, it's all about getting paid daily. It's about making huge commissions, and it's about just having fun and being able to provide for your family. So with that said, let's just go ahead and get started. So what we're going to do is, first, we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm sure a lot of you guys have been on a lot of different opportunity webinars and presentations and all that good stuff. And again, if you're watching on Facebook Live, make sure that you go to everybodylovesdailypay.com so you can go ahead and register and actually be able to see what I'm about to show you. Okay, so very important. So here's the thing. This is what we're going to do. We're actually going to do something a little bit different, because what we're going to do, we're actually going to talk about the compensation first. Okay, because that's why you're here. Okay, you want to know, how can I get paid daily? How can I make all this money? How can I do all this stuff, Steve, that you're talking about over the past 3-4 days, right? So we're going to break that down so you can see for yourself. Okay, then after that, we're going to talk about the services that this really unique app provides. Okay, so you're going to get a chance to see exactly, and it's extremely valuable. The compensation plan is valuable. The app that we have is, man, it's definitely unique, and it's definitely something that if you're married, if you're single, if you're in business, if you drive a car, if you live in America, you need this product or service. Okay, and then after that, we'll show you guys how to actually get started. So we're going to break everything down so you can see it from our perspective, how we see it. Okay, and then you can just take it from there. So this is what we're going to do. So moving on. So these commissions are crazy. Okay, I mean, just plain bananas. So we're going to show you how, 3 main ways to get paid. in terms of selling memberships, which is, again, this app provides a certain type of membership that gives you access to some really incredible services. Okay. And we're going to show you how to really make some big money on your own personal commissions. Okay. A lot of times we're in a lot of businesses and we might make a little bit of money or what have you, but we're not really making a lot of money. Right. So I'm going to show you really how to do that. So hold on, let me go back here really quick, and I'm going to move my deal over here real fast here. Let me see if I can spread that out just a little bit so you guys can see that a little bit better. Okay, yeah, we're going to do it like that. Bring that out. Okay, it should be better. And we'll come back because I'm going to show you some things on our phone here in a second. So we're going to show you how to build a team. Overrides are crazy, guys. We're going to show you, mainly, of course, everybody wants residual income. You know what, guys? Let me talk real quick about residual income. Residual income is great. I like residual sales. How about that? I like residual leads. I like residual, connections, because if you get all that stuff, that leads to residual income. So that's one thing I just wanted to share that real quick. Now, moving on. So I'm just going to jump right into it. We have a product, okay, that has a very unique service that's extremely valuable, okay? But the cool thing is that it's only $39.90 a month for this service. Now, I know you don't know what it is, but you're going to find out what it is here in a second. But I want to show you this money because I'm going to just be honest with you guys. What got my attention was like, they paying how much money? It was like one of those, say what type of moments, right? And that's exactly what this is about. And you're going to hear a lot about that. I know, Stu, you're on right here. And what I want you to do, Stu, real quick is, and I kind of go through the slides and everything. So we're going to kind of tag team and kind of give you guys a little insight on if you're sharing this mobile app to people, how much money you can actually earn. Now, again, you might not know what it is, but we're going to show you exactly what it is. And you're going to see why they're paying so much money on this one single application that if we're providing out to the marketplace. So Stu, I know, because you've got some history here over all of us here recently, because you've done some incredible things, with this particular program and hit some of the top ranks, has made thousands upon thousands of dollars and really been helping a lot of people. So I think you're probably really qualified to kind of go through some of the steps here. And so we'll just start here when a person comes into the business. So I'll let you kind of take it and we'll just kind of feed off of each other as we go through the process.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Steve. All right. Your first 6 sales that you get, your first 6, okay? You're going to make $60. So for every $39.90 plan, now we know other plans out there, other programs where you sell a $40 plan, you make $8. Well, with this one, you start off with 60, but that's only for the first 6. So
gotcha.
Starting from your 7th sale, it's called Senior Associate. Then for every $40, let me backtrack. After you get your first 6 sales, let's say you do it within 20 days. Honestly, folks, you can knock it out probably in a day or 2 or 3. Once you get those first 6 sales, you also get an additional $180. Okay? So now again, you got 6 sales for $40.
Okay.
You got $60 a piece for those sales. Then you get a bonus of $180.
Okay, Stu, so let me ask you. So you're saying a person can get, if they're a part of this program, which we're gonna break it all down, but we want to let you guys see the money because this is just the beginning. So you saying if a person sells one of these plans, is $39.90, and they're gonna pay me $60, but it's only $39.90 just to so is that what you're saying?
Absolutely, and that's only for your first 6 sales.
So if I did 6 sales, so I made $60 times 6, and if I did that,
$60.
if I did that in 20 days or less, they're gonna pay me an additional $180 bonus just from doing that.
Absolutely, and the beautiful thing about it is you get paid every day, so it's not like you have to wait until you do this. So if you
Okay.
sell that $4 plan today, you sell 2 of them, that's $120. Now, I normally say it takes about 48 hours because if you, get that app and someone says, I want it, and it's like 7 o'clock at night, well, we don't expect them to pay it that next day. Usually the day after that. It's business days. But yeah, I mean, still, it's quicker than anything in the industry. I mean, it's quick.
Wow. So you saying like we could do all this, make a sale, and actually get paid within, by the time it hits your bank, either depending on when you put it in, maybe the next day or at least the day after that, depending on how soon your bank will show those funds available.
Absolutely.
So if we doing business every day, we can actually be getting paid
every day except Sunday because the banks, their accounting department's closed. But yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. I just wanted, because I'm like, I'm looking at this again and I'm like, this is ridiculous. And I know it even gets bigger than that. So proceed.
Okay. So from sales 6 to your 15th sale, all right, then you become what's called a manager. So now now the thing is, you need to make sure that you brought a few people in business with you to hit this manager leg, okay? But you're going to see the power of the leverage a little later on, all right? But once you get to your 15th sale, and you got a few people that want to get in business with you, because we all know someone who wants to make some extra money.
Right.
Okay? So once you get to your 16th sale, now this 15 sales can be between you and say you got a few, a couple people, your husband, your wife, your cousin, your coworker, somebody wants to make some money at church, whatever. So that's 15 sales amongst all of you all. Then for every $40 plan you put in, the company will give you $140.
Hold up. Now you're saying I can turn in a $40 sale as a manager. If I'm ranked as a manager, they're going to pay me $140.
Oh, absolutely. And I hit manager rank, I think, in less than 72 hours. Yeah. I mean,
I remember you told me that. You said like within less than 3 days, you hit manager and you was doing 100. So every time you was picking up a $40 membership for that app, so someone wanted to use those services through that app, you made $140, and you didn't have to wait till like next Friday or
nope.
It was like basically paid pretty much the next business day when it processed.
Absolutely. Wow. So now there's so much to this comp plan. Let me go a little faster. So now, after you get to your 50th sale, now this is between you, and it could be you and a team, okay? Then you're going to get promoted to what's called a senior manager. Now, every time you get a $40 app, they're going to give you $160.
Wow.
So in other words, you need to go make $500 by Monday. Go out and sell three or four $40 apps, and you'll have your $500 within a couple days.
Oh, and I see here. So if you do that within 2 months, you hit senior manager within, I guess, 60 days. Within 2 months, they're going to pay you an additional $400. Not to mention, of course, the money that you're making yourself. And this is all personal. And I guess we're not even talking about team stuff. We're just talking about own personal effort here.
This is personal effort, but in order to get to some of these ranks, you have to have at least 3 people that started with you.
Exactly.
That's why I said the 15-3. Right. Otherwise, you'll be a senior associate making 120, which is still phenomenal. But yeah, listen, all you have to do is talk about it, show the app, tell folks, how much the potential, what they're making, because you never know. Someone might say, you know what, I'm going to run with this and, end up making you some money for a little while. So, you just don't know how it's going to work out.
Right.
Next step after that is once you get to 100 sales, 100 sales, folks, I'm telling you, 100 sales is not super hard to do. We, and you'll hear from later on, we did this in a month. Okay, 100 sales. You're going to make $190 for every $40 sale. Let me repeat that. So you want to make $1,000, go out and write 6 policies for $40 a piece. So they're going to give you $40, you'll make $190.
Man. So it looks like here, as a director, 190, man, that's for a $40 sale. I mean, you could do that all day long.
Absolutely. I mean, listen, there are folks that only need an extra $400 or $600 a month, an extra $700, $800, $1,000, but do fine. So you mean to tell me you run hard, you work hard, and you get yourself and you get you a little team, once you all get 100 organizational sales, then it's pretty amazing. I mean, you get that money. Now I see someone wrote in the chat here, no recruiting is involved. But what I'm seeing is you have to pretty much recruit people. Okay, nope, you don't have to. This is just giving you a quicker route. You don't have to recruit. You don't have to recruit anyone. In fact, I have several folks on my team that didn't recruit anyone, and they still made good money every single week.
Yeah.
All right. So now the next step after that, once you get 100 sales, all right. Now you know what, and you know what. Let me ask you a question, Tarina. Do you remember if you could do all of this on your own?
Yes, there's a way that you can do it on your own, but it's a lot easier and a lot quicker if you include the efforts of others, actually, because you're helping so many people along the way. It just makes sense.
Okay, all right, wonderful. So we'll get back on that one. Okay, Steve, can I see your screen again?
Can you see it?
Okay, wonderful. There you go. Yeah. All right. So now after you hit 100 sales, folks, that's the only time that you have to. I stepped away for a minute because I had some other things I wanted to do, some other companies I wanted to build. And even if you come back 5 months, a year later, whatever it is, then you come back at the director level, which is $190. So once you hit this rank, any of these ranks that you hit, you never lose it. So you don't have to, some of these companies, you know how you have to requalify for it each week or each month, you have to requalify with volume and things like that. Otherwise, you don't get paid at that level. Well, right here with this particular business model that they have, once you hit those ranks, you do not have to requalify, except when you get to the higher ranks. Senior director. What happens is once you get 100 sales, folks, that's it. You're a director. So what they do is they're going to look during your next month to see how many you've done. If you've done 25 sales in your organization, then you'll get paid at the senior director level, which is $230 for every $40 sale.
Gotcha. Wow. Wow.
And all you need is 25 organizational sales. You get $230 per $40 sale. There's nothing out there that's playing like this. Nothing.
No. And I don't even think even if you wanted to build a team, I don't think it would be that hard. I think from what I've experienced over the past 48 hours.
No, let me tell you something, Steve. And I'm not trying to brag on myself, but it is a fact that the rank that I hit, which is a bronze executive director, I did in 37 days. They said that it was supposed to take 3 years. I don't. So it depends on the mindset. If we're all grown folk here. If you want to change your life and you want to change your situation, you can find 1,000 reasons why you shouldn't or why you can't. Find the one reason that you should. If your reason why isn't big enough to make you cry, then you're chasing it for the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? So there's going to always be like I want to work with people, and I would turn people away that want to join my team. And they'll let you know. They'll tell you, nah, you don't want to, because I want to work with people that want to make things better for themselves and their families. I want to work with people that want to make life a little easier. Because I'm a goal. Listen, to keep it real with you, do you know how much rejection I get here in Hollywood?
Right, I hear you.
You think doing a business is hard? Try getting on a television show or a movie. You might get 80 rejections. You'll get judged as soon as you walk through the door for the first 40 seconds. No, thank you. That's it. So, you get tough skin. But I wanted it bad enough, and I got it.
Right, exactly.
All right? So we just want to work with folks that want it.
Gotcha.
So your next rank after that is executive director. Executive director means that you got 50 organizational sales after you became a director. That then pays you $280 for every $40 sale. Okay.
Right. Wow. So, and I know it gets higher than that, and there's some other bonuses, and there's a whole lot of other stuff. And we're going to go over some information as well if you really want to, I guess, go over the benefits of how, if you're really building a huge team. Because if you notice some of these ranks here, just starting off, I mean, you can make, make a lot of money just at the associate and senior. So, I mean, senior associate is $120. I mean, you don't have to bring nobody in. You can say, hey, I just want to just sell memberships. I just want to, let everybody in the world know about this app. And I just want to just make money. Well, you're going to get $120 every time you pick up $40. Whether you did that 5 times or 6 times, 100 times, 1,000 times, 10,000 times, you'll get $120, or more, depending on, if you're doing some other additional things. So that's what I really saw, because I don't know any other opportunity. I mean, I could be wrong, and I see a lot of different programs out here, but I don't know any other program that would pay you $120 or any of these for every time you picked up a $40 membership. Somebody saying, hey, I like that service that you got there. That makes sense. I need to have that for me and my family. Let me go ahead and get that. They give you, $39.90 plus a one-time $10 enrollment fee. So it's roughly about $49.90 for the first month and $39.90 after that. You do that and then they pay you $120 or more. I don't know any other company that's doing that.
The next business day.
Even the next business day.
Now, I'm going to tell you something.
Friday, so that's kind of crazy.
I was involved with a certain company. If you sell a $40 whatever, you would get $20, and you had to wait a week or two for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for this company, and this particular business model right here, where it says senior associate, you can hit this rank all by yourself. You don't have to recruit a soul.
Yep.
It's just like going out with a certain product and just selling it to the masses, and you can help them do this or that and get healthier and do that. And, you're making $20 here. You can do this all by yourself without talking and recruiting anyone. And you're making $120 every time you pick up $40.
Wow. That's awesome. That's awesome. So I'm, and that's just on, your personal commissions, pay the next day, like we just said. So if I move over to, I'm going to talk a little bit about if you wanted to actually build a team. And of course, not to mention all the bonus money you get when you're hitting those ranks within a certain time period. But if we move over to the next part here, which is one thing that really got me excited, was not just about the upfront money. The upfront money is amazing because I was looking for something that would allow us to make a significant amount of income on our own personal efforts as well. And we knew we would bring people in. We knew other people would say, man, that makes sense. Dude, you're getting $280 or up to $280 or whatever, or $120 or $60 or $190 every time you pick up sell a $40 membership that had, connected to an app that provides the service. What? We knew people would come in because it just makes sense. Because most people, when they selling a product or service for a company that they're a part of, I don't know, let's say the product is, $50, you're probably going to get a certain percentage of that, 20%, 10% of whatever that is. Because of course the company got to make money and then they got to pay you a little bit, right? So you're not getting that $50 here, $40, and you making up to $280. So it just makes sense to me. So now, if you're building a team, okay, keyword, if you're like, hey, that's good, Steve, but hey, I want to build a team. I want to build more leverage. I know I can make a lot of money just doing things on my own, but I want to make more money by building a team as well. This is how this works. So remember, like Stu said, if you're, when a person starts and they want to sell a membership, they sell a $39.90 plan. They're going to make $60, right? Here's the thing. Once you become a senior associate, you're going to get a $20 override anytime you bring somebody in. So let's say you brought someone in, maybe one person, 3 people, or however many, anytime that new person who you brought in. So just imagine that. Let's say you're a senior associate. Everybody on the call right now, I just promoted you. You're a senior associate right now. What does that mean? Anytime you pick up a $40 membership, anytime someone wants to buy that from you, that you're promoting on Facebook or the internet or, whatever, all the different things that we got going on, anytime that happens, you're going to earn a $120 commission paid out the next day. Now, but you got people on your team, 1 person, 2 people, 3 people, whatever. Let's say one of your friends who's on your team sells a membership today. Okay. They're an associate. They just started. And they sold, a membership. They told somebody about it and they wanted to get the service. They got the service. Your friend is going to earn how much? $60 because they're an associate. Okay. But you brought them in, you're going to get a $20 override anytime that happens. Okay. So it's not a bad deal. If they sold, 3 memberships today, that's $60 and you don't even know those people. And guess what? Guess when they're going to pay that override? The next day. Can everybody in the chat, I want to make sure everybody understand what I'm saying here. If you understand next day, I want you to type in next day in the chat. Just type it in. Say next day. That way I can know we all on the same page. And because anytime somebody writes a membership, they're not going to pay you next Friday or 2 weeks from that today or at the end of the month. They're going to pay it the next day. Okay. Now it gets even better because when I saw that, I was like, that's pretty good. Okay. Because I know, I'm focused on trying to do things on our own that we can make money on. But I know once I start telling people about this, they'll want to do it too, because they're going to see the money that we're making. So I know people were going to want to come in. So they went further. I was talking with Stu and he was kind of breaking it all down for me a little bit more. Check this out. Now, of course, once you get promoted to manager, and you'll get a chance to learn all the details on how to actually get promoted and everything. But check this out. Once you become a manager, okay. And Stu, what's the qualification of a manager again, real quick?
All right, you got 3 people that wanted to join you in business because you knew 3 people that wanted to make some money. Okay. So between all of you all, you got 15 sales, which is nothing. I did it in 72 hours by myself.
Gotcha.
So 15, that's it, 15 sales.
Gotcha. Okay, perfect. So here's the thing. So 3 people and a total of 15 sales between you and your team. So let me make sure everybody understand. To become a manager, you brought in at least 3 people yourself. Okay. Just three people that you told about it. You got them on one of these webinars. They said, man, I got to get some of this money. And they came in. Okay. And between you and your team, now you could have done it all by yourself, but between you and your team, you've done 15 sales. Okay. You are now a manager. Now here's a crazy thing. You're going to get another $20. Okay. Now here's the crazy thing about it. So anytime one of your, if you're a manager and one of your senior associates actually writes a membership, you're going to earn a $20 commission. But check this out. One of your associates write a membership, you're going to get 20 twice. So you're going to earn $40. That makes sense? So you're going to make a $40 override commission just simply because you're a manager and one of your brand new people, could be somebody you brought in, could be somebody you didn't bring in, could have been somebody on your team that brought somebody in that's an associate. They wrote a membership today. You're a manager, they're an associate. They just came in. So one of your guys or friends or girls that's on your team signed somebody up, and that person wrote a membership. They're going to earn a $60 commission, but because they're an associate, you earn a $40 commission. Guys, when I saw that, I'm like, now that's what I call leverage. So let me ask all you managers out there. How many people you want on your team writing business? That's what it's about. Okay. Now check this out. Now, if you become a senior, when you become a senior man as a manager, once you become a senior manager, what's the qualification to go senior manager, Stu?
To become a senior manager, it's just 50 organizational memberships.
Okay. So 50 organizational memberships between you and your team. You got 3 people on your team, right? So now you're getting another 20. So what does that mean? Well, it means if one of your managers writes a membership, you're going to make a $20 override. One of your senior associates write a membership, you're going to get a $40 override, right? One of your associates write a membership, you're going to get a $60 override. Now, when I saw that, I was like, so here's the thing too, because it gets even better than that, guys. I'm gonna run through this really quick here, because we want to share the information about the company and the services really quick. So once you become a director, now you're getting anytime a senior manager writes a membership, you're getting a $30 override, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So it just gets more and more as you continue to go up the compensation plan. So basically, and again, for example, even if you're just a senior manager, okay, you know, you're getting $160 every time you person write, you know, some business. I mean, that's just you personally. I mean, you could have done 5 today. You could have done 5 this week or 5 in a month. I mean, that's some, I don't even know. What is that? 160. What is that? Somebody got a calculator. 160 times 5. That's $800. So and when y'all see this service, it shouldn't be any reason why everybody on this call, everybody on this webinar, listen. It shouldn't be any reason why anybody on this webinar, whether you're watching the replay or whether you're watching this live, where you couldn't share this information with a ton of people online or even offline and get 5 sales. There's no reason, because what we have is so valuable. All we have to do is share it. And the crazy thing is, nobody's really doing it like what we're doing right here. So we're kind of like new to the game on what we're going to be doing, really taking advantage of what social media and the internet has and to offer. And we'll definitely be able to really do some incredible things. And again, not just on what you do personally, but also what people on your team can do as well. So it just gets even better and better, you know, as we continue. So, and again, that was just an example there, guys, and we can go on and on about it. The overrides are crazy. Here's an example here. These commissions are crazy. If you refer 3 people, y'all seen something like this before. 3 to get 3 to get 3, et cetera, et cetera. So 3 got 3, then those 3 get 3, et cetera, et cetera. So what if those 39 associates, you know, do, let's say, for example, 1 per month on your team, that's over $1,500 a month. Now, I don't know about you, but $1,500 is a pretty good deal.
Not only that, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know anyone who wants to just make $120 or $140 a month. So, right. You know, most folks, you're gonna get folks that do 1 or 2. You're gonna get folks that do 10 or 15.
Yep, that's right.
You know, but no one's in business to make $100 a month. So, folks with this app, they are running. You hear me? They are running.
Yep, exactly. I've seen
it. I'm telling you, folks, and I'm only telling you because I've done it. I'm not speaking from something I don't know. You run hard. I ran hard. The sister on the panel, Trina, ran hard. You're gonna have I mean, listen. Even if if people did 1 sale of this app 1 week per week, like this illustration is, that's still a $1,500 leveraged achieved income for you. This is not including your own personal efforts. Right.
That's right. And again, this is only 3. This is just 3 getting 3, and then those 9 getting 3, and those 20, whatever, you know. So 39. I mean, and if one of them, you know, if each one of them just doing 1 per month. What if they did 1 per week? Hope you guys seeing it. Now, I think if that was happening, a lot of you guys probably I think you'd be thinking about if you want to go to work or not. I think you'll be, you know, having some conversations, you know, with your employer, because I know a lot of you want to work from home. A lot of you guys want to do some different things. I've been there, you know, and I know that feeling. And I think this is a really good way without having, because think about this, guys. I mean, look at this type of income here. Without normally to make $6,000, I'm just gonna keep it real, guys. And most MLMs to make $6,000, you know how many people you got to have on your team. I mean, I'm even talking about just to earn $6,000 just in recruiting as well. I mean, recruiting and whatever bonus, it's a lot. It's a lot of work, guys, and you know, to be able to do that. So moving on, let's see. We got if you did 1 per day, 46, guys. It's just a lot of money going on here. So again, enough of that. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna shift gears. Okay. And again, if you added, put it to 0 on all that, just imagine what those figures would be if you did 30, if you brought 30 people in and those 30 went out, got people, et cetera, et cetera. It'd be off the chart. I mean, we have to sit down and do the math on that one, because it'd just be a lot of money. So, and of course they've got, you know, different recognition, bonuses, car programs, incentive trips, and all that good stuff. You guys seen all that kind of stuff. And it's great. You know, you get rings and all kinds of cool stuff, people that earning a certain level of income within the company. It's all pretty cool, and car bonuses and all that stuff. So real quick, let me see where we at. No, tell you what, we're going to keep it moving real quick. So we're going to respect everybody's time. So what we're going to do, we're going to switch gears here, and we're going to show you a few things here really fast. So we're going to talk a little bit about digital disruptors. Everybody's heard about Instagram and what they've been able to do. Everybody's heard about Uber, of course. You know, I do it every time I travel. Airbnb. right? And of course, Amazon, and of course, Netflix. Oh my God, Netflix. I mean, so all these have been pretty disruptive type of services. And of course, you have Facebook and some, Snapchat, of course, as well. Has anybody here ever heard of this company here, right there in the top left? Company by the name of Legal Shield. Okay. And what we're going to be talking about is how this company here is actually providing us the opportunity to earn that type of income, sharing their particular product. And they have this cool app, mobile app, whether you have Android or iPhone or on your iPad or on your, your Android tablet or whatever. You can use this app, guys, and it can really help you do a lot of different things and really help live a much better quality of life. And let me show you exactly what I mean by that. So real quick, established company, has been around since 1972. This is not a new biz. It's just kind of new on how we're doing it. Okay. So a lot of you probably, and now looking at that comp plan, some of you, I already know, some of you like, I've been knowing about that company, but I didn't know they paid money like that. Yes, because I've already had several conversations over the last 48 hours of people who were already familiar with it, but they were like, dude, I didn't know they pay money like that. I said, well, yeah, I mean, they have, but here's the thing. They're doing some pretty interesting things right now. So here, and we're going to share that here in a second. Approximately 4.2 million lives across U.S. and Canada in terms of people that have this service. So we definitely are doing some pretty big things, with this company. It's on the Better Business Bureau, A+ rating, real good rating on Facebook because of the services, 5-star ratings on Consumer Affairs. You can check all the information. And of course, we definitely have a digital disruptor with this particular app. So let me share a little bit with you about how this all works. All right. So real quick, here is an example of that app that's on your phone, whether you have Android or iPhone. If you ever need to contact an attorney for anything, whether it's information that you need to, questions about, something that you're about to do, things that you're about to sign. If you ever just need to pick up the phone, how many here have ever just like, you didn't really need to hire an attorney, but you're like, man, I wish I can talk to somebody because I got a question about this, whatever that might be. How many people here, put it in the chat, if you've ever been in a situation where you could have been like, man, if I could have just picked up the phone and talked to an attorney about this situation, maybe things could have maybe went a different route. Maybe you didn't need to hire one. You just needed some advice. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I know over my course of my life, I don't know how many times I wish I could have just had access to somebody say, hey, I don't need to hire you right now. I got a question about this is what's going on. I mean, are they violating my rights with this? Or do I have something that I could have done differently with that? Guys, that's what this app provides. You got access to your own attorney. Well, I love that. You just talk. Let me talk to my attorney. So, I mean, that's powerful, guys, to have that. And, so here's the thing, too. Letters, calls made on your behalf. I know you just use that part of the benefit, contract reviews if you ever need it. I'm sure a lot of you guys sign a lot of different things, guys, I know we don't read stuff. We just sign stuff, but if you're buying a home or doing something that's really important, now you actually have access to where you can just have that information sent to them and they'll review it, make sure nobody's, violating your rights, maybe, so making sure someone's not taking advantage of you. IRS audit system, we definitely in tax season. Civil trial defense, family, domestic services, 90-day waiting period on this. So for uncontested divorce, adoption, separation, name changing, so pretty cool things there. And that's just access to, those type of services straight from your phone, and like, for example, if I go to, my phone right here, which is actually right here, and let me click on it. And so here's the app right here. So, if I need to, call someone, I can actually call, and here's the thing here. If you look over here on the right hand side here, how many of you guys in here, don't lie. How many here have had a speeding ticket before? And then let me also ask, how many of you got a speeding ticket in the last week? So, or if you're always kind of concerned about getting a speeding ticket, I mean, it's going to happen. It doesn't matter. Just a matter of time. It happens to us all. Well, here's the cool thing about this particular service that's provided, through this app. You get a speeding ticket. All you got to do is actually take a picture of the ticket, and it'll go straight to the law firm, and they'll provide you, consultation within 8 business hours and help keep points off of your driving record, and maybe even get it thrown out. And I've known Legal Shield for a long time. I got a history, then kind of just, kind of give you guys a little insight, but I've actually got, a little history with Legal Shield as well. And there's been a lot of different things that have come up in our lives that we've been able to use that for as well. So this is really cool, guys. So if you've got, this is really good to have, so if you're, if you ever, have to get a speeding ticket or whatever, you can know, hey, I got this service, and they'll help keep those things off my record. And you've seen the services on television. If you got speeding tickets, call 1-800 we knock your speeding tickets out or whatever, right? Y'all seen those commercials, right? So I mean, it's nothing new, but the cool thing about it is Legal Shield is providing that service for you just by being a member. Okay, so that's the cool thing about it. Moving right along, you can also, I'm sure a lot of us don't have wills, so you can get your will and everything prepared as well. And of course, we don't like to talk about death, and I get it, but it's really important, guys. And I know Lanacy and I, we've actually been through this process a few times. We had some family members that passed away this year, and when people don't have a will in place, it just makes things difficult. It really does, guys, for the people that are left behind. So you definitely want to be able to do that. And the cool thing, by having this membership, you actually can get a will prepared, right? So it's really cool to have that for you, for your loved ones, right? So, and also here's something interesting here as well. Now, if with all the stuff that's happening in the news, all the stuff that we've been seeing for the past, I don't know how long now, if you live in America today, and you definitely need to have access to an attorney. Anytime you are pulled over, anytime you are stopped, anytime a warrant is being served, anytime something unexpected, because here's the thing, guys, I guarantee you right now, somebody in America, somebody in your town right now is being pulled over. Right now. And in some cases, not all, because they're, our officers, they're, most of our police officers out there are doing an outstanding job in what they do in terms of protecting and serve, our community. But just like police officers, just like any other profession, we're all humans. And sometimes, guys, sometimes we just have a bad day. And wouldn't it be cool anytime you're actually pulled over that you could just hit that little button there? This little button right here, let me show you. Let me pull it up here on my phone. This little emergency access legal button here. If I click on that, what's going to happen is, I'm going to get on the phone with the dispatch of Legal Shield, and they're going to contact an attorney. So real talk, guys, if I'm ever pulled over, I'm calling boop, and I'm going to have my attorney right there on speakerphone as I'm getting pulled over. Okay. Just in case, to make sure and to ensure my rights aren't being violated, right? And this goes for anybody. Doesn't matter who it is. If you got kids, if you got children, if you just yourself in general, you just want to make sure that, because I'm not a lawyer. I don't know everything about the law. I don't know, if I got to do this or if I got to do that, if it's against my rights or whatever. I mean, I don't know. I kind of know some based off of watching Law and Order, but that's TV. Sometimes you really got to have somebody on your side. And this is a really great application. This is a really great service that you can have. You have emergency legal access when you need it. Powerful, guys. So cool stuff there. When it comes to the service, of course, it also covers the member spouse, never married, dependent children under the age of 26 living at home, as well as full-time college students, dependent children under age of 18 for whom the member is a legal guardian, and of course, physically or mentally disabled children living at home as well. So it's kind of like insurance. Well, it really is insurance. So it really protects not just you as the member, but also members of your family. Okay. And here's the thing, guys. I mean, people, things happen, and just because you need to have an attorney or have this service doesn't mean that you're always in trouble. It's just for those little things. I mean, like Stu just said, hey, woke up in the morning, getting ready to go, and my car is gone. Like, what in the world's going on here? you know, and having to do this and do that and wind up costing him more money that he's going to be able to get back simply because he has an attorney. It could be anything. You know, you ever been overcharged for something? You know, I remember years ago, let me come back real quick. Let me break it up a little bit because we're not done. We got a few more slides to show, but real quick, I remember years ago, I had the service. So I'm not new to this, but years ago, Lenacia remembers this. We used to be, and not trying to throw any shade or anything, because, you know, all the phone companies do a lot of different things, but I was with Sprint at one time, and this was back in the early 2000s, and I had a bill, and I did notice one time that I kind of just started noticing the bill just kind of creeping up. And then I noticed, I was like, why is the bill? You ever had a bill like, why is my bill so high? You know, and you're like, I'm not doing anything new. I'm not doing anything different. And I call customer service and say, hey, you know, my bill here is like like an extra $150 or 100 something. It was something like that, almost $200. And you know, a lot of times those reps, they don't know. They just maybe just got hired or whatever. So I went through two people, but nobody could really explain it. You know, long story short, I just didn't get any help. So it was more or less, you're going to have to pay it, Mr. Rachel, or we just going to keep your phone off or turn your phone off or whatever. And I was like, you know what, man, I'm going to call. So I actually called. I sent in the actual, Lenace, remember that? I sent in the last two bills, and I sent the paperwork in. And next thing you know, I think about, it might have been like a week later, I got a letter from, you know, I wind up having to pay the extra or whatever because I need to keep my phone on, right? So I wind up getting a letter from the provider law firm there at that time in Arkansas where we were living, and they said, hey, we contacted Sprint, we told them exactly what was going, blah blah blah. They reversed the charges, whatever. So, and I hadn't even looked into my phone bill, and I looked, and it was like a credit of $200 or whatever dollars, all because of that. Now, a lot of you been through that, but you didn't have an attorney. But what did you have to do? You just had to just eat it, and that's what it's all about. It's not about, well, I need this because I'm always in trouble. No, it's just for those little things. Rich people always got attorneys. People that are very wealthy, they always have people in their corner. That's what this is all about. But the cool thing is that, so that's the value of what we have here. And that's why we're able to make those kind of commissions, because it's a very valuable service, and that really provides a really good benefit for a lot of people. So Stu, real quick, I'm gonna come back to the next scene here. Stu, anything that you want to add, or Tarina, anything that you want to add, any testimonies or anything that you guys would like to add to a little bit about the services that we've been talking about?
Well, I just want to say it. First of all, thank you so much. Thank you. This has been just like phenomenal. It's like an amazing opportunity. And I was so honored when Mr. Stu Large invited me to be a part of his team. We actually took off running. It has been just like phenomenal. I believe right around 30 days or so, I was able to hit executive director. The money has truly been life-changing. Now, I'm a celebrity hairstylist, but I'm also a single mother with 5 children, with 5 girls, actually. So, I spend a lot of time working. I work a lot of long hours, so even though the money is good, my time can't be replaced. There's not enough money to replace the time. But since I've been a part of Legal Shield, I have been able to take more time off, actually take some very nice vacations with me and my girls, and just, me and my girlfriends, and just it's just been amazing. It's freeing to know that once you go on vacation, or you go, take some time off work, that the bills are still being paid, you're not sweating. And all I'm doing is sharing my story, just letting people know, hey, this is what I have. And it's just been amazing. I love it. I have all of my kids on it, and even the identity protection, everything. It's just been amazing. So
that's awesome. I like to hear that. That it just makes sense. It definitely just makes sense. And there's so much that, Legal Shield, I'm up here looking at the presentation, but there's so much that we have here. We so much value in terms of the services, so much value in terms of, the services and the opportunity and the compensation plan. So all around, is just a great concept. And real quick, guys, I'm going to show you a few other slides here real quick. I'm going to run through these here real quick because we want to show you guys a few additional things here really quick. Let me come back here. So you guys should see that. So if I go here and again, you know, which would you choose, a lawyer for $250 an hour or Legal Shield and pay, you know, there's a lot of different plans that we have, you know, as well. And of course, if you have, you know, a lot of testimonials, like, you know, we have, you know, Conference of Western Attorneys General, CWAG. And of course, we even have Buddy Caldwell, former Attorney General of the state of Louisiana, you know. So we have a lot of people that endorse Legal Shield because that's all they deal with. A lot of top law firms across the country that provide the services to those 4.2 million members across North America. So so we definitely got some really cool people in our corner. Identity theft is a big problem. We already know. I'm not going to go over it. We all know all the stuff that's going on with people hacking into websites and releasing their information. Guys, that just happened to us about Lanason. When was that? Was that like 3 years ago? I think it was like 3 years ago. Yeah.
And what was it? 2 years ago, somebody hacked into our PayPal account.
Yep. I mean, guys, I mean, you know, it was funny. I'm sitting here at my desk, Stu, and next thing Lanason walks in my office. She says, did you buy anything from, what was it? Bed Bath and Beyond, I think is what it was.
Yeah, that was
like, no. I mean, we live in Vegas. It was charges going on in Bed Bath and Beyond way in Dallas, Texas. So somebody had got some, I don't know, because I had the card. So somebody then created another card in our name, and guys, it was just a hot mess. You know, ultimately we were able to get it all, you know, figured out. I wish I would have had Legal Shield at that time. It could have got handled a lot faster, but it happens, guys, and it's going to continue to happen. I mean, it's just a big deal. So Legal Shield actually has this type of protection, you know, to help you with against, you know, credit fraud, social security fraud, driver's license fraud, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, all this stuff is going on. They even give you access to monitor your credit and everything as well. You know, really cool stuff. IDS is, you know, the ID Shield plan is really, really important, especially in 2017. If you don't have something like this right now, you really need that.
You know, Steve, if I can interject for a minute.
Yeah, definitely.
Folks, a lot of people are going to be like, well, I have coverage. I get it through my bank. Or you guys, I don't know if you guys remember a few months ago when the Wells Fargo employees were taking the customers' information and opening up accounts. And, you know, and all those folks thought they were safe. See, people don't understand that every time you use your debit card, your credit card, that you have accessed your whole payment history, meaning that if you go to, and they were compromised too, you go to Wendy's, use your debit card. Well, at the end of the day, folks, they don't just throw that information away. All that's stored into their data, their data banks. So if someone hacks into it, Target, they were compromised. You shop at Target before, you ever use your debit or your credit card, all your information is at risk. When you download an app on your phone, folks, you ever notice how they say we want access to this and this and this? Right. In order for you to download that app? Right. Once again, you're opening yourself up.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, especially in 2017. I mean, we live in a digital age, guys, and this is definitely something important. I know and most people kind of, you know, they worry about it when it happens, but they don't do the preventative aspect before it happens. Because if it's never happened to you, it will happen. And trust me, because they're doing all kind of things to get everybody's information, guys. And that's what we are. We are definitely in the digital and information age. And who has access to the information gets access to all the cash. And that's what they're doing. So you definitely want to protect yourself. That's what the ID Shield can definitely do as well, is to help lower that risk and really help you when things are going a little weird, you know, when it comes to your personal credit cards or debit cards, or just your bank account in general, or, you know, keeping people from opening up bills and stuff in your name, you know, light bills and phone bills and stuff like that. So it's really, really important. So let me kind of move on here really quick again. And again, so for the Legal Shield plan, which is for the legal part of it, and of course ID Shield, which protects your identity, we have a plan that we talked about with that comp plan. Remember that $39.90? Remember that piece? So a $39.90 membership gives you access to all those incredible services. Not to mention, if you're sharing that service with a lot of people, you can earn some significant income, and you can earn a fortune if you're building a team. But just like what we said before, because there's a lot of people in Legal Shield that don't do recruiting. A lot of them do group sales. That we have plans for, for small businesses. We have people that are group salesmen where they go into different companies that actually sell this product. Matter of fact, I used to work for T-Mobile. One of the benefits that if you are a T, so I don't know who's on here. If you're a T-Mobile employee, you probably know what I'm talking about. So if you're a T-Mobile employee, one of the benefits that T-Mobile provides its employees is a Legal Shield membership. Okay. So there are people that got that contract, with T-Mobile. A person like myself, like Stu, like Tarina, like Ken, like Lanacia, they're just like us. And because of their connection, they knew somebody inside T-Mobile and said, hey, let me do a presentation for you and your executives. I think this could be a really great benefit for your employees. And they did it, and they got that deal. And there's other companies as well. So it's a real powerful, valuable service that we have. This isn't something that somebody just put together on some little, napkin. This is something that's really, really, valuable. Company's been around over 40 years, and they're doing some incredible things, and they're paying out a lot of great income. So, of course, you get all the different member perks. We get discounts on movie tickets. We got, as you can see, this is just you saw it on my phone. There's all kinds of stuff that we get discounts on, and it's actually really cool, guys. And of course, here's a little insight for certain states in the nation. There is a license requirement. Legal Shield makes so much money in terms of the people in the field, and of course the company itself, and so certain states, they want to license their members so that they get a little piece of the pie, I guess you can say. And so if you live in one of these states, there's a license requirement. A lot of times it's just a minimal fee. Like for example, in the state of Texas, I just got my license in Virginia last night. I'm doing one in Texas, like $20. You just paid it to the state of Texas. This is not to Legal Shield. This is to the state. Certain states look at Legal Shield and say, hey, you guys got something really good here. You guys are doing something big. Hey, we want to get a cut of that. and what they do, they just kind of go that way. But it's fine. It's always been like that. And so we'll definitely give you that insight as well. And of course, to get started, it's only $99. Okay, that's it. $99 to actually become an associate. $20 a month for the Legal Shield Advantage. Is basically the website. It's just this thing right here. Let me pull it up. Hold on here. Here it goes. Okay. Well, the Legal Shield Advantage is actually a website that gives you access to your back office, gives you access to, your genealogy, especially if you're building a team, gives you access to all your tools, resources, brochures. I mean, all that stuff, right? So the main thing is, one, just getting started. So basically what you'll want to do in terms of getting started is, one, you get the membership. Okay. Two, what you want to do is become an associate. Okay. And once you become an associate, one, you're going to get the Legal Shield Advantage free for 30 days. And this is just $20 a month. And what Legal Shield Advantage is, again, like I said before, it allows you to be able to manage your business. Hey, Stu, man, they give us so many websites. I mean, I got a website for this. I got a website for that. I got all kinds of cool stuff that I can do for all this online marketing stuff. And it kind of, let me come back here real quick, guys, real quick. Let me give you guys a little history lesson real fast. And then I want to hear from the panel. Back in 2012, I've actually, one of the first business, I was actually a part of the second business that I joined when I first got into the home-based business game back in the day. The second business was a company called Prepaid Legal. Okay. Prepaid Legal is basically Legal Shield. Is the same thing. It's the same company. When Prepaid Legal was bought out by another company several years ago, they changed the name to Legal Shield because they wanted to do something more corporate, because they wanted to expand even more across the country. So Prepaid Legal was the second business. It's kind of funny to say that because I done been in so many things over the years, but that was the second business. The first business I joined, it's so like long distance. This is like back in 1998, so it's like a long time ago, but I didn't make any money in that business at all. I was new, green, still trying to learn things. got involved with this company called Prepaid Legal, same types of services. But we were doing it all offline, hotel meetings, home parties, all that stuff. But I was still able to make some really good part-time money. I never was able to make any full-time money simply because I was new, didn't know how to market, still kind of learning how things play out, talk to people. I was green, okay? So, but I was still able to make some decent part-time money, right? And so I did it for like 5, almost 6 years when we were a part of Prepaid Legal, now Legal Shield. So fast forward, after I decided to start doing some different things, working, you know, I'm sure everybody in here has been in the business and you said, hey, I can't do it anymore. I got life happening. I got this going on. I got that going on. And so that's what happened with us. We started doing different things on the internet, started dipping and dabbing. So long story short, finally started learning how to market online. I hadn't made any money, but I hired some coaches and got connected with a community that really kind of gave me some insight on really how to really be effective on the internet. And you know, the first business that I thought of promoting when I started learning how to do this online stuff, it was this company. So I actually reactivated my old account, and but what they had going on then, they really had a lot of restrictions on what they were allowing people to do on the internet. So fast forward, so I never did it. I never did anything. We started doing some different things. And so we had some success online doing some different programs. But I wanted to do this. Like when I first finally figured out how to do all this online marketing stuff, this was the one that I wanted to do. Why? Because they was paying over almost $280 per membership. So if I can do all this online stuff and I get membership, that could be a lot of money. So, you know, but they didn't have it in place. Had a conversation with Stu Large. When was that, Stu? Back in June, July?
Yeah, it was like May or June of 2016. Last year.
Last year.
Almost a year ago.
And you were telling me, they was like, Steve, man, they just allowing us to do a lot more online now because they know everything is about social media. It's all about the internet. It's all about videos and connecting and building brands and followers and all that stuff now. So they're allowing everybody, you know, just to get in and go to work and everything. Now I'm like, really? So we activated. We didn't really start doing anything up until now, simply because we were just doing so many other different things at the time. But I wanted to activate it because I was like, we might do this in the near future. And so the new year's here. You know, we were looking at it. You know, I was talking with Stu about almost 3 weeks ago now, and we were talking about it. I'm like, man, I think if we run this could definitely be very lucrative because of what we know how to do online and what we can help everybody else do as well. So here we are.
And let me tell you something. Last month, Legal Shield brought in over 70,000 new members.
Wow.
70,000. We don't have to get $70,000, $40 sales to make a whole lot of money, folks. If you got yourself 20 or 30 a month, you could be sitting real pretty.
Things. So with all that said, you know, if you take all that and you pile it all together and put a bow over it, we got a great opportunity here. Okay. And this is what's going to happen. One, we're going to be doing a lot of these webinars. We got Lanacia's working on a new system. We got some cool stuff going, coming down the pipe here as well in the next several days. We already got a lot of people already lined up getting involved in the business right now. We've got some training stuff coming on. We got a lot of people that's already making money. We got a lot of people that's going to be making a crazy amounts of income. Because remember, the commission's paying anywhere between $60 and $280. You know, and so as you're building and sharing the information, you know, y'all saw some of the marketing that I've done. A lot of you guys registered because of some of that marketing. So we're going to be doing training. We're going to be showing you guys how to really market and get this opportunity out there. A lot of people, when they see that compensation plan, because I've already had conversations with several people, and they already knew about the company, but they didn't know the details of the comp plan. And when I shared them the comp plan and I showed them, one, how much money they would make, two, how much money they would override if they start bringing people in as well, and how much money they could leverage just by building a team. It's a no-brainer. I did a post, you know, it was like this. So I was like, this is a no-brainer, guys. I mean, it's a no-brainer. It was a no-brainer for me. I need upfront money, period. All BS aside. Everybody in here needs upfront money. There's a lot of things that you can do, but a lot of you guys are new. You're new at building. And so it's going to take time for you to really build a huge team in anything. Okay. It's just going to take time. You can do it. But right now, I know a lot of people, maybe not all of you, but some of you need money now, need an opportunity where you can make, you know, $120 every time you pick up a $40 membership. Some of you need that, right? And if you're doing 2, 3, or 4 of those a week, and if you got helping people do that as well, I mean, then you waking up, you're getting commissions. I mean, that's what I'm looking at. We got a powerful company, powerful service. Okay. We got something of value, and we got an incredible compensation plan. Because I don't know anywhere. Please let me know if you know of where I can turn in or sell a product or a service for $40 with a one-time $10 enrollment fee, and they pay me the next day up to $280.
293, Steve.
Yeah, or more, almost $300. If you can find something like that I can get involved in, I'm not talking about getting hired at some company or whatever. I'm talking about an opportunity in this industry where I can sell a $40 plan and get paid almost $300 the next day. When you find one of those, please email me, because I'd like to contact you about that and sign up for that. And that could be another major income stream that I'll have. But until then, this is the only one I found that's doing that. So I'm just keeping it real, guys. I love the service. The service works. But what really got my attention to make us really want to promote it was the money, because this company is really not only helping a lot of people, but they're really helping a lot of people in their finances. So we got millionaire earners in Legal Shield. So this isn't anything to play with. We have millionaire earners in this. I'm not saying like a millionaire earner. I'm talking about millionaire earners, like a whole bunch of them, right? So who's next? Say I if you next. Hey, I'm raising my hand because I'm definitely going to be part of that millionaires club. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting a piece of that. And we're going to do it all online. And so we're going to move a lot faster because of what we're doing on the internet. And we're going to leverage Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, these webinars, emails, text messages. We're going to take advantage of technology to really take this thing to a whole nother level. And I'm just going to be excited. So with that, guys, hey, get connected ASAP so you can get a part of the group. Guys, and we'll see you guys on the next video. We'll send out some information about if we're doing one tomorrow. I think so. So if you're in, how many people could you get on a webinar and we do the exact same thing and really go break everything down for you? So again, guys, my email is like going like crazy right now. So I got to go to work. So if you call me, some of y'all have called, I'm gonna get back to you. So just give me a few, because I'm gonna kind of go, in order and get you guys set up. So, hey, guys, thanks for hanging out, guys. And we appreciate it. We love you. I'm excited about what's going on. And, hey, guys, we'll see you over the top. Peace out.